So the first week of March has come and gone, and I didn't have as much success as I hoped for. I went on a hog hunt down near the coast, and I really had high hopes for that, but I didn't get a hog. I hunted a couple of days and saw some interesting things and some sign, but I just never saw any hogs at all. Then there was a big storm came in the third day. They even had tornado watches and all that stuff down there. So I came home. Then I took a guy out longlining one afternoon. He's 71 years old and he wanted to know how to longline. He'd never done that. So I took him out and we only had about a 2.5 hour window and he did pretty good. He caught 5 crappie and 3 white perch. So he kept 8 fish. That was kind of neat. And then a couple days later, I went out and I had about a 5 hour window before the winds were going to be just out of control. And I didn't do too well that day. I kept 4 fish. They were all nice sized fish. I mean, I got some big fillets off of them. But I threw back 1 bass and got checked by the game wardens. When I was fishing in the North Carolina section of the lake, I got checked by the North Carolina guys. But it was pretty slow. So, it's getting better. But I got a few highlights to show you. But so far, nothing to brag about, really. Well, I just had a encounter with a biologist, so maybe that'll be good. He gave me some information about this place. So now I'm going to start walking up this Catfish Creek, they call it, and checking out these bottoms. Somebody's going to be really disappointed if I shoot their hog before they get back in here to their stand. There are pockets of this leaf litter that are so deep. They're deeper than the water in some places. So here's Bigfoot's trail. Tell where my big giant feet went through that big pile of leaves. All right, I'm standing on the banks of the Great Pee Dee River. That's what they call it, the Great Pee Dee River here in South Carolina. I've been hunting on the Marsh Furniture WMA. So I'm about to move over to another area, but it sure is pretty down here. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, March the 8th, 6:43 a.m. I've got about a 5.5 hour window before the wind gets out of control. So we're back here out on Lake Wylie. We're going to be long lining again. See if we can find some fish before this next cold front comes in Monday. So here we go. Okay. So the goal is to be fishing by 7. I'll be lucky if I can fish past 12:30 or 1, based on what the wind's supposed to do. So we're gonna start putting lines out. Here's something that people don't understand a lot of times. And if we didn't have electronics, we might not be able to figure it out. We could, but it'd be hard. I am 100 yards or more off the point here, off the shore, but this point comes so far out that I am only in 13.2 feet of water right here. So I went from 26 to 28 feet up to 13, 14 feet, you know, just because I'm going across this underwater point here. So you kind of have to trust your mapping a little bit. If you don't, you'll be losing jigs. All right, I have moved to another spot. Right now I'm going with the wind. If you look down in the water, you can probably see my drift socks back there. I've got my two drift socks deployed, try to slow me down. So I'm gonna go down, fish this big long bay here, and then I'll turn around and come into the wind. If I don't do anything here, I'll head up the lake to the next spot. So far I have 3 fish that I've caught. 2 good keeper crappies, one 12 and one 14. And then 1 bass that was about 14 incher. I threw him back, of course. Here's the second fish of the day. That's a 14 incher. That's a good one there. This is a little footage from my head cam. Just see the spread out there. Catfish, what he's carrying. No, he's a bass. Got a little bass here. Here we got a little bass. That little girl right there. I mean, a big old girl. Another big girl right there. I'm on anchor mine, so it'll probably spin around. I already got tangled. Yeah. I've already hit it now. It's gonna spin around. I got most of them in now. It ain't no big deal. This wind, I'm playing with drift socks and everything else, you know. What y'all want? I got 3 crappie. Yeah. Yeah. I got a 12 and 2 14s. I call them good. What y'all want to see? Yeah. Oh yeah. I got both licenses. Yeah, I have to. I can't fish the whole lake without it. That's why I had to look and see who y'all were so I'd know which one to get.
Life jacket's good. You got a type 4 drill?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right there. I got 2 of these throwables. Usually I have one laid in the seat, but
I'll see the fire extinguisher. You're good.
I don't need to pull it out or anything. I do it all, but I mean I got a live scope, but I ain't no good with it. But I try everything. But I like long lining out the back,
yeah.
Even though it's choppy today and it's a little early for it.
Yeah.
I like it because my granddaughters can do it.
Right.
Real simple.
Yeah, it's just kind of easy.
I used to spider rig, do all that, and this is about all I do now.
Yeah.
Play with it.
You've been catching them pretty good?
Not this year, not yet. I retired last July 1st. And I worked at a golf course for about 5.5 months. I told them boys, I said, y'all screwed up my deer season. You ain't screwing up my fishing. So I left them in the middle of February, and I started me a little YouTube channel. That's what I'm doing with all this. So,
yeah, nice.
Chasing critters outdoors. Well, there goes the North Carolina Wildlife Resources officials. They just checked me out, checked my life jackets, my license, and my fire extinguisher, and I am good to go. Looks like that one's right at 13. Oh yeah. Here, girls and boys. Got a big fat daddy right there. Yeah, that's a good one.